Queen Samuels, Deborah Rattigan, and myself, we were in my office. Queen came across and said that, imagine Father's Day is coming up. Look good if we could do something for Father's Day. Deborah Rattigan, North Street, just hold on 1 second, North Street. Deborah Rattigan suggested that what better way to have Father celebrated, but with dominoes, because one thing man love do, man love play domino. And that is where it started. The discussion from a simple thought by Queen Samuel, reiterated by what Deborah Rattigan said, and my contribution came from the fact that I said that if we are going to have this activity, one thing we must ensure is that it is not kept at North Street. For some reason, I think that everything that is kept in the Ministry of Labor is kept at North Street. And the thought came to us that, where can we have it? And the suggestion that was made that we have it at what we call a central location. And the most central location we could come up with at that point in time was the Centan office. And that is where they started. So we met with a few persons, David Whittingham, Devon Elliott, they were a part of it as well. And we said, how could we format this thing? The discussion started, and then we put some plans together. Queen went to the PS, and when he mentioned the fact that Father's Day was coming up, this is a good way of celebrating the men in the Ministry of Labor and Social Security, those who are biological fathers, those who are fathers to be, those who never fathered, but those who have been fathered without actually bearing that child. The PS automatically said, yes, it's a go. And that's why I want you to understand that sometimes when activities are put together, they are not put together in a boardroom. They are not put together in the PS office. They are not put together in a conference room. They are not put together off property. It comes from a simple discussion, and you see what has happened today, the genesis of this. And so we want to make this day a success. So when we have it being live streamed, for instance, it goes to show that we want to ensure that everybody knows what is happening. Those who should have been here, and for some strange reason, decide not to come. So Emerge Multimedia Services, they are here, they are live streaming, they are providing the music, they are providing the audio, they are providing everything as it relates to that. We ensure that to Liquor 6, as was suggested, you're going to have men, and I say that by pluralizing the people. We have men playing today, all males. What more, how we can do it? Have catered food? No. Simple thing. Turn on and make sure you have a pot of soup. Make sure you turn on some jerk chicken and festival. And that's how we say we're going to do it, and that's how we have it. So we're trying to make the day different from what we're accustomed to people in the Ministry of Labor and Social Security. We have tried something, and so far it has been a success. So I want to thank the persons who are also catering, Titans Catering and Jerk. Richard is out there. Claude is putting on that pot, or Claude of the Potter Super Boil, so we're going to get that as well. And those of you who come to North Street often know that Claude cook a wicked Potter soup. So that is where it started. That is where we are now. We're going to get the rules going. Then we're going to come back and we're going to thank the sponsors, because in all of this, we could not have had the day without sponsors. But people, please, just hold on the plane of the dominoes, because you're going to need to hear the rules. You're going to need to hear what is happening, and we want to ensure that the broadcast that is being done, the live stream, it is crystal clear. So far, we have 39 males registered for Domino, and we are playing pairs. Realize that there's one, we have an odd person. The second thing is we wanted to have this by way of parish. It's not going to work by way of parish. So we're going to have pairs domino. So I'm going to ask Mr. Holness or his representative to come and just explain to us how we plan to do it going forward. And then we're going to come back a little later on and have a discussion. But for now, Mr. Holness, Dave? As Queen just reminded me, it's a day where we turn on and we enjoy ourselves. But it's still serious fun. So take your picture, take your selfie, post it, send it to the other people, make them feel bad, so them are there too. So next year when we are going to have it again, we know that we have to probably get a bigger place to have it, right? So we're going to have the representative of the Domino Association just explain to you how things are going to work, and we're going to move forward from that. And then we're going to have a good day. Lunch will be served at some point in time. Don't worry about it. We're having enough food outside to serve the entire parish of St. Anne.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. No, this is not Mr. Wholeness. Get into that. Welcome to everybody. I feel very welcomed anywhere I go and say Domino. So, first and foremost, I would like to introduce my team. I am Dwayne Bailey, First Vice President and also PRO for the Jamaica Domino Council Association. We are based in Kingston. However, our aim is to regionalize Domino to the extent that we have representation in all 14 parishes. At current, we do structurally, not necessarily, but as I said before, it's the aim, right? And we do a number of events, including the Double Six National Championships that's going on right now, also put on by the JDCA. We are now at round 7, a fun competition. Like to invite anyone that's within the area, Kingston, St. Andrew, St. Catherine, as we play those games on a Sunday at various locations. Notwithstanding, it's about here today, Ministry of Labor and Social Security. Again, as the speaker said, we're not able to do it in the way we would have wanted. But in either event, we're going to go through a number of the day's agenda. And the first thing on today's agenda is for me to introduce the rest of my team. So to my immediate right, I have Mr. Wholeness, who is the president of the JDCA. Also, Mr. Nelson, who is our director of referees. And also, Ms. McCallan, who is our secretary. And we will be your officials for the day, right? Now, onto the game itself. What we're going to do is have a peers knockout. A peers knockout. However, working on the 40th person, which will ensure that we have 20 pairs of players, right? So, it's a party game we are playing today. You want your party, live or die around the table, right? Which means that the persons that come, like I see one parish with about 30 people, while one parish have 1 or 2, on the day, it's just you and your party. So we'll do a pool, we'll select 20 teams, and of the 20 teams, we do a first round of preliminary games, right? From those preliminary games, we determine the top 16 pairs. And then the top 16 pairs will go through a knockout down to 8 pairs, 4, 2, until we have 1 champion pair. We understand? Good stuff. Now, as it relates to the gameplay rules, first and foremost, for every game that starts, the double six will pause, irrespective of who win the previous game. Let me go again. This man just win. Domino shuffle. Him draw double six. Impose the next game. Every single game, double six pause. Good? We match our domino. You put 4 to 4, 5 to 5. Match each of your dominoes, right? We're playing a mental tournament, which means that throughout the course of play, there should be no speaking, no other form of communication. At 3 instances, I get in there. At 3 instances, let me wait until everybody finish. All right, thanks much. So at each, you are allowed to speak at 3 instances throughout the course of play. First, if it is your turn to play and you do not have a playable domino, you simply and audibly say pass. Simple. Don't knock your domino, don't beat down the table, don't cuss off your party because him put 4 when him should have put S. You simply say pass. Right? Next instance is if the game is blocked, the player that is blocking the game can simply say block. And at the same time, I can say his pure fathers will expose what is remaining in hand. And everybody does the same. Right? Now the third instance, to Mr. General point, you can, to Conrad's point, good. I feel like you're going in at the next 16, you know, I feel so. If you want to know how much dominoes is remaining in your party or your opponent's hand, right? Really a simple process, very easy to get. So let's say that is his turn to play, right? He wants to know how much his party have, right? The correct verbatim is that you will ask cards around. Simple term. Cards around, or you can say cards around the board, however you want to term it. Now when he asks, this is the twist. When the player turns to ask, it goes in the same sequence of play. The expectation is the next man to play verbally illustrates how much him have. So this man will answer 2 or 3 or how much ever him have. Then the party does the same. Then the next opponent does the same. And the man who asks the question also does the same. So everybody know how much everybody have, right? Good? Now there is one other thing, which is that you are able to ask that question just once throughout the course of a game. One time. You get your one time in each game. Cards around the board, or just say cards around, or some people will say cards. We encourage cards around or cards around the board. Sometimes you say cards and it sounds like pass and the next man jump up and beat down and win. So we understand our need to do that one again. We good? Look like we're good. So those are the 3 instances. There is a 4th, which I know we will not have a lot of. If there is a dispute surrounding the game, simply raise your hand and you call for your ref, and either of the 4 of us will approach the table. You can speak, and the next person who is in dispute can speak. We'll look at the game logistically, we determine an outcome, and we'll move forward. Right? All right, so back to the format as I said before. So we'll play teams 1 to 10 against teams 11 to 20. We'll play in 3 separate instances. It's going to be a shuffle. All right, so we'll play to 6 games for the preliminary rounds. So it's 3 sets of 6 that you're going to play. Automatically, if you win your 3 set, you're going through to the next round, because we'll use the win percentage to determine, or the number of wins, whichever way, to determine who goes through. Right? If there is a tie, we will use the amount that a team wins by or loses by to determine who gets into the final 16. Then from 16, we put you into a ranking 1 to 32, and you play all the way through. 1 play 30, 1 play 32, 1 play 16, 2 play 15, so on and so forth. We understand? So, as soon as Mr. Anderson is ready, we can actually begin. The first thing we'll do is to determine who is team 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth. And that will be done through a draw. So in another few minutes, we can do the draw, and then we can actually begin. All right? Thank you so much for listening, and I wish a great day for the rest of everybody that's playing. And happy Father's Day, of course, when it comes. Oh, any questions? Sorry. Any questions? Anything not understood? No? All right, cool.
All right, everybody. So the rules clear as mud? Everybody understand? All right, so they're going to organize the teams. I say, well, Mr. Maxwell just came, so we have the 40th person, which is good. So we'll be able to have the 20 pairs. So hopefully in short order, in about what? In 5 minutes. I understand in 5 minutes because we have the 40th person. We can do the 20 pairs. Then we get things going, all right? So in the meantime, we'll just have some music, and then we'll come back and tell you what is happening. Remember, we are being live streamed. Turn on, take your pictures, your selfies, your what have you, post them. Make the people them feel bad for not being here, and you just smile for being here. Thank you. Okay. I told you 5 minutes and 5 minutes is here. Just two things though. Come out. All right. Because you have been sitting there knocking and you know the rules go. We don't want anybody etch anything in anything and say, boy, we know, so when I look on that, I know so I have pair of 4. Or I look around the corner on there, so I have pair of 5. So where you're sitting now, won't be where you're going to end up sitting. So I'm going to ask everybody to go outside, first of all. The second thing, remember we said we had 39 persons. 39 persons. When the 40th person came, and that's Maxwell Hamilton from Portland. It means then that what? Eh? It means then, yes, you have a play, Mr. Maxwell. Maxwell Hamilton have a play. It means then that you have to pick, as the person from the Domino Association said, pick your party. Because there are some parishes, if you look at St. Anne, for instance, St. Anne has 5 persons. St. Anne has 5 persons. If we look at Hanover, Hanover has 3 persons. Now, the idea was to have a reserve, but based on where we are now, the reserve of just go turn on and get a party and come play some domino. So what we want you to do, select your partner from now, and then you're going to have a unique way of identifying yourself. For instance, David and Elliot David Whittingham. When him and Elliot are playing, they're going to call themselves Courtney Team. Is that what you say? Courtney Team? No. Secretariat Team. But the fact is, what we want you to do, get a unique identifier for your team. Pick your partner, and we need that information now because they are putting the pairs together. And every other, please just go on the outside because I say, where you have been sitting and playing, that might not necessarily where you're going to play. And just for you to know that the parish manager, Pamela Scott, she has she has a set of dominoes that she has before a lot of you were born. What we're going to do, we're going to use that domino to play the final. It's something unique, and I think we should also share that. So I want everybody on the outside, and when you come back, we'll turn on and tell you we're going to do. So we have 40. So everybody on the outside, please. And remember, we need a unique identifier for your team. Get that in place. Everybody on the outside, please. And we're going to have a unique identifier. We have judges here as well, so don't worry about it. We have persons who will be ensuring that all the rules obtain. Remember, COVID is still keeping, so the protocol is still there. Thank you for those in their mask. And we need to continue. But everybody will be playing, please, on the outside. We're not going to say that is where you're going to play when you're coming back. But everybody on the outside. And the domino people will take the particulars from you. And from that, we get things going. While we were talking earlier on and we were talking about the food and all of that, those of you who are accustomed to coming to North Street, remember Pauline and Tassie. Pauline and Tassie, they are here as well. So we want to thank them. We should have another set of dominoes, something about the place. So we have Pauline and Tassie, and they are here serving as well. So it's a day full of fun, and the people want you to enjoy yourself because, you know, all the stops were taken out where this is concerned. We certainly want you to enjoy yourself. So everybody's on the outside now. The domino officials will so identify you, and we will put you in the necessary seating that you are supposed to take. I just want to say a big thank you to our main sponsors, Carl's Manufacturing, Separate Jamaica, and Honeybun, who have provided some of the refreshments that we have here today. Anything outside of that came from the Ministry of Labor and Social Security. And I should just say that in terms of the permanent secretary, Mrs. Scarlett Roberts-Risden, hopefully she will join us later on, but there's another activity in Kingston just now for which she had no control over, but she had to be in attendance there, and I think a lot of the senior officers are there as well. So hopefully during the course of the day, they will join us at some point in time. So just going through the team selection now, so we're asking each person just to ensure that you have that unique identifier for your team. So if you call your team North Street Plus, if you call it JCPD Straight, whatever you want to call it, just make sure you have that unique identifier. Ensure that you have your partner. We have the new Dominoes coming out now, so we know that for sure that there isn't any that is going to be marked. But the only thing I'm going to say is that that special Domino that Pamela Scott says she has, that was before I was born, I think we should be using that one to play the finals. So we are going to go into a set of what you call breaking down the teams. Breaking down the teams. So we have everybody outside. So we have done the pairs. We have done the pairs. And what we're going to do, where they were sitting before, we're not going to ask them to sit there. We're not going to ask them to sit there at all. So, so they're going to pick numbers now. So, okay, people. So you're now going to. We need one player from each pair. One player from each pair. So you know your partner. So somebody just come and do the selection. We're going to see. So we can work out who is going to play against who, etc. So just come. Come, one player from each pair. One player from each pair. One player from each pair. So make sure you can make sure your partners see where you're going, because the first one will be going to table one. So come. So one player from each pair. So yes, the selection is going well. One player from each pair. So wherever you are asked to sit, we ask that you just respectfully work with us. As I say, we want to ensure that the rules are obtained. It is straight domino. So the selection is going well so far. I think Clarendon is seated. Remember, there you go. Hold on. Wait until you are asked to come in and be seated, people, please. Just wait until the officials tell you where to sit. You don't choose where you want to sit. The officials will tell you where you are going to sit. We don't want at the end of the day, someone say, we'll put it up. The team I'm carrying, however, I'm going to tell you that straight up, I'm carrying St. Elizabeth. Mackie, are you may carry for carry home this or no? You may carry, don't let me down. Mackie, do not let me down. I'm carrying St. Elizabeth. Sorry, Mr. Green, I'm not carrying you today at all. So the team's selection is happening there now. Selection is taking place, yes? So don't trouble the dominoes, don't anything like that. All you do is sit. Sit and await the instructions from the officials. Sit and await the instructions. Do not trouble the dominoes. You can discuss strategy. Remember, there's no coding. Do not trouble the dominoes. Do not trouble the dominoes. Allow the dominoes. Just have a seat and wait until the officials come. I know some of you have your supporters. Some of you have your supporters. Hanover is being seated now. Don't worry, everybody's going to be there. Once you have selected your partner, you know it, go. So go through, everybody's going to get a chance. Do not disturb the dominoes. Do not disturb the dominoes. You have been asked to sit, and we ask that you just sit and await the instructions of the officials. They're the ones running the show today. We're ensuring that as far as the tournament goes, as much as it is friendly rivalry, we want to ensure that it is played with all the rules being observed. As the Sentan has their cheering posse. So remember, while you are sitting, do not disturb the dominoes. Do not disturb the dominoes. Just sit and await the instructions of the officials. I think we have about just have a seat, sit and await the instructions of the officials. Now, Mr. Mark, you can put your hat on the table because I don't know what you're doing with it on the table. No, me know, but me never want you to put your hat there. No, man, but we're not, one thing that we have today, no, we're having a disqualification because we know everybody will go. Upstanding people we have at the Ministry of Labor and Social Security. Remember, it's been live streamed. Those who want to post anything, go on YouTube, the Ministry of Labor website. Post what you want to post. Post what you want to post. Make sure that your colleagues back at the office see what is happening. Remember, do not disturb the dominoes, people. If you need refreshment, you just so indicate, and what we'll do, we'll have somebody come and serve you a cup of water or something. But we're going to have the dominoes. We're going to have the games first so we can have an eliminator. And then we go down to 16. We go down to what? 16, we're going to 16 pairs. So, are you ready now? Who is that? All right, so who is not here now? Who is missing? So we're missing one pair or two pairs? Who has 8? Who has 8? Who has number 8? You have number 8, Papa? Then where you do outside, Papa? Give yourself a unique name. Anything at all, unique name. Both are going to play? Yeah, man. She will have you seated. So which number is missing from over there? Which number is missing? Number 1? So we need one more. Where's Maxwell Hamilton? Mr. Hamilton, you're not playing. Come on. So you got a number? You got your number? No. I'm just advised that we have one more pair. Just advised that we can get one more pair. All right, Mr. So, in terms of seating, everybody. No, I think that would make it. We have 40 persons, so we have. If we get 2 more, that means we're going to have odd. We're going to have an odd number. All right, so I think everybody. All right, so I think we have all 20 pairs now. Yes. Yes, so we have everybody's ready now. So we are about ready to start. Mr. President, officials, 1 minute. There's just clarification here by Mark Cox. Cox is here procuring some additional information. I think we're going to go first to 6. You need what? You need pen or pencil? Wait, I don't know. Mr. Official, who is going to do the scoring? You will mark the cards. So don't worry about it. They will mark the cards. They have eagle eyes, so they're coming and they're going to be looking at everything that is happening, people. So don't worry about it. All right, I think all teams now have their scorecards. All teams have the scorecards. The scorecards are coming. And I think we're going to play in first to 6 because it's going to be an eliminator. Remember the team that I say I'm carrying. Remember my team. The team from the south side, St. Elizabeth. Everybody at the scorecard now. Who is going to mark? You are going to mark it, or the officials? So when we have a winner, what do they? They indicate that they have completed the game. What do we do? All right, are we ready now? We are now at 12:32, so we need to get going. Okay, people, you are going to play to the whistle. All phones down, all phones down. All phones down, do they shuffle or they just draw? So they can shuffle in the meantime. Play to the whistle, shuffle. All phones down. We don't want any instructions coming on the phones now. No. We're not too sure if we have persons standing and watching the games, whether or not they'll be passing out instructions. So in the meantime, we ask that all persons, because I didn't want to stand up and watch a game because I don't want it to be said that I am disturbing, interrupting anything. But let us see what happens. Because, hello, oh, thank you. Because a man liquor six, you know, the expression can happen, you know, beat the table, boom! At the end of the day, I'll take on anybody in French domino. Anybody want to challenge me in French, come take me later on. That's all I can play, French. So come and take me on later on. But express yourself, enjoy yourself. Remember, it's being live streamed. We want your colleagues back in the office to indicate that so you're watching what is happening here. I think we are playing first to six. First to six. Remember, first to six, you know, so go through, you know. We have prizes. We have prizes donated by Carl's Manufacturing, Separate Jamaica, Honeybun, the Ministry of Labor and Social Security has also donated a trophy. And if you look at the trophy, you'll realize that it has about, that's about what? 8 and 6, 14 and 15. It has 15 slots, so we can look at it that for the next 15 years, I don't know who's going to retire the trophy. Certainly we're hoping that next year we can go into parishes based on what is happening, but the first team to win this year. Boy, them said, man, I talk too much, can't concentrate, but you know, if I'm going to get me for host this thing, and that's all I get from today. Talking. But no, I'm going to allow you to play, but I'm just saying that prizes are donated by Carl's Manufacturing, Separate Jamaica Limited, and Honeybun, and the Ministry of Labor and Social Security, and we are hoping that the PS will make it down to make the presentation of the trophy to the winning team. We also have medals, gold, silver, and bronze. We have baskets as well. So it's a fun day for all of us on our food outside. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it, you know. Malta will put it back so everybody happy. So I'm going to just sit back now, watch a couple of the games, and then I come on. Remember, first to six, express yourself, and we can see how the day will progress. Thanks again to Emerge for Emerge Multimedia System. They are live streaming. They are offering the music as well, and they are offering the PA system as well, so you can hear what is happening. We hope that we can get through the day pretty quickly, so we can have some music later on, have some dancing, have some fun. The scheduled time for closure is 4 o'clock, but we'll see how the day goes. I know you all have to have your lunches as well. The support crew that you have, they are here on the outside, they are watching, but in the meantime, just play domino, liquor six, have fun, and I'll come back to you later on. Yellow. Hello. Yellow. Hello. 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 So I see we have done We have done one set already. We have played first to 6 already, and there are about 4 teams that have completed. The others, they are on the verge of completing, so we don't know how it's going to go. But first to 6, for the first 4, they have completed. We're just waiting all the others to come through. Just a reminder that we play one set first to 6, then we're going to have another one, first to 6, and we're going to try and see if we can put in a third. Another team has completed, so we're looking, so the judges will do the scoring and they'll come back and tell us what is what. But it's first to 6 domino, and this is what we are using as the eliminator. And may I ask that while you are at it, your bottles, your whatever you would have used, eaten from, etc., just there are bins around the place, bags around the place. Just put them in the bags for us, please. We want to limit the amount of garbage that we leave at this beautiful office. The managers accommodated us. We have hand sanitizers on the tables as well, so you work with those as well. Remember, just take up your garbage and put them away as well. We ask that you, while you're in and around, still observe the protocol. Wear your mask, sanitize when necessary, and where possible, you try and also keep the distance. Remember, we are playing for the Liquor 6 trophy, and we have 15 slots on it, so we are hoping that some team will retire it in short order. Next year, when we are going to have this again, I know that that team that would have won it this year certainly will be coming back to see whether or not they can do it, but we're going to see how that happens next year. First to 6, another one has completed, another team has completed. So we are getting there. We are getting there. While we are doing all of this, I'm just going to ask the President, Mr. Holness, I know he's officiating, but I just need his views on what has been happening so far in terms of the tournament. Mr. Holness.
How? Go again.
I just need your views on what you think has been happening here in terms of the tournament, the initiative of the Ministry of Labour to get this thing going.
Oh, well, it's a good look. And as I say, it's a pre-Father's Day domino tournament. It's looking good so far, and I hope it continues throughout the rest of the day.
Thank you. So you'd have gotten that from Mr. Holness, that we have done something that, in his opinion, it's a good initiative, pre-Father's Day tournament. All the men in the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, those who are fathers, those who would like to be fathers, those who are on the verge of becoming fathers, and those who would have fathers, children, whether or not biologically or otherwise. We want to share this special day. I'm going to share some information a little later on as to how Father's Day actually came about. But in the meantime, we are trying to get the first round of the eliminator out of the way, first to 6. And we have about 5 teams left, and they are trying to complete their games. And then we go into a second round. But they're enjoying themselves. They're enjoying themselves so far. And we are going to see how we can continue to make this a success. While we are at it, we are going to ask 1 and 2 of those persons who came to support the players, just to give us their view as to what is happening. They might not be participating, but certainly they are supporting their teams in one way or the other. Remember the thing, all of this is being live streamed, so we just need 1 and 2 comments here as to how things are progressing.
Very well.
Just very well?
Wonderful.
You're not envious of the fact that this is a pre-Father's Day tournament?
I just found out about it. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers when it comes.
Thank you very much for sharing with us. So we'll be sharing with other persons while the day goes along. We want to ensure that everybody who's here enjoys themselves. It's a special day in the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, our pre-Father's Day Domino tournament. We have the officials from the Jamaica Domino Association. They are officiating, ensuring that everything that is happening here is done above board. We have, 4 teams left here, 5 teams left here, still working out first to 6. So we'll be getting there as well. Yeah. 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 Yellow. Hello. Yellow. So, yellow. So we have completed the first set, 1-6. So we have winners. We have winners for the first round. We are going to be having the second round starting in 5 minutes. The scores are being tabulated. And from the scores that we receive, we'll end up getting the rankings. So don't worry about it. The Domino people know how to work out this thing. So in 5 minutes time, we resume that we go the second set, 1-6, and that will help us to determine the ranking going forward and also work as our eliminator. We have heard from the president of the association, and I want to invite someone now, one of the players, Andre Milanu. Andre, where's Andre? Andre. Mr. Productivity, Andre, come here. Andre. Mr. Saunders. Mr. Saunders. Conrad. Conrad, where's Conrad? Call him. They're not here and outside. They're not here and outside. You can put the... Andre, just a minute. Remember, we are being live streamed on the Ministry YouTube channel. Andre, come here a second for me. You are a participant. You have done a number of things where the ministry has organized things. Last year, you were a part of the Pink Panther Cook-Off. Now, this is the second initiative. I wanted us to share your views as to what is happening today, Ministry of Labor and Social Security pre-Father's Day Domino tournament.
All right, so today we're having a Domino tournament with the different departments. So I'm from the JPC. We have the head office, we have the other officer around the island, and we're having a good time today. It's been a good event so far. Just won my first round, so I'm feeling quite well.
That's wonderful that you won your first round. So you're looking forward to the next round.
Yes. Just the plebs them leave and we'll just beat all of them,
What did you say to those persons who are not here now, who are still back at work? We know we couldn't lock down the ministry, but I'm certain that there are some fathers out there who would have wanted to participate, but they are not here today. What would you say to them?
Well, I don't need to participate in the different events, the cookouts, the domino tournaments, get involved. It's a fun time. We don't always have to be at our desk working. Sometimes we just relax, come out and enjoy ourselves, that we can go back and deal with the job later when we re-energize.
Andre is from Jamaica Productivity Center, so he knows what he's talking about. He's telling you how you can still be a productive worker. You don't have to sit behind your desk. Sometimes you need to go out and breathe fresh air. Thank you very much, Andre. We're going to try and see if we can get a representative from one of the rural parishes. I see, Mr. Manager, Maxwell, come here a second, please, sir. 1 second, Mr. Hamilton. Come and share with us. Just tell us what is happening. I know you're coming all the way from Portland. I don't know what the weather is like out there, but certainly you're in St. Anno. I want you to share your views on what is happening. You're not a part of the Pink Panther cook-off last year that we had at North Street, but certainly this is a new initiative, our pre-Father's Day Liquor 6 Domino tournament, and we're asking your views on it. What do you think of the tournament so far?
Well, this is a very good initiative. It's really good to be out here in St. Ann today, enjoying that drive along the coast coming down. Um, this is something that, is really, really appreciated. I know we have, and I basically can speak for all the men here today. It's really good to be out of the office, to be sharing and, making friends. Because most of us would have been in our little space and not know, most of the men in the ministry. So it's a really good initiative, and I'm really enjoying it.
You are the manager for the Portland local office, so you would have put things in place as it relates to how the flow of work can still take place while you are here. How is that? How is that organized at your end? How did you tell your staff that, listener, I'm going to participate in this Domino tournament? I'll be representing not only the men in the Ministry of Labor, but I'll be representing the parish of Portland. So you'd have left your second in command. So how did you work out that?
We got ample notice so that as managers we can have things in place. Mr. Morrison is in the parish office now, and I'm sure he would have loved to be here. But we know the work has to go on, and as much as possible we encourage members of staff to come out and share. But we are cognizant of the fact that the work definitely has to go on.
Thank you, Mr. Maxwell. So you see, the Ministry of Labor and Social Security, while we play, we still ensure that our customers, the people of Jamaica, citizens of Jamaica, residents of Jamaica, that they are served. So the offices are still operating. However, we have men from the Ministry of Labor and Social Security participating in our pre-Father's Day Domino tournament. Now, thank you, Mr. Maxwell. And certainly we'll be hearing from others during the course of the day. But for now, the officials have tallied their scores, and I think I'm going to get some word from them as to where we are now. Mr. Holness.
The second round, ready to start the second round now.
Okay, so we're about ready to start the second round. So I know that some of you might be refreshing yourselves, but may I ask that you just come back to your tables? Come back to your tables. We're going to... One person from each table, yes. So we're still going to pick again. So one person from each pair. You come and do the selection. In the meantime, so one representative from each pair you come and you pick again. So we are ensuring that everything is above board today. We don't want at the end of the day after we have gotten our winner, that there is a concern. So the representative from each pair, one representative from each pair, they are going through and they are doing the selection, because we are going to start the second set now, second set of matches. I know some of you are refreshing yourselves, but remember, we're about ready to start. We are working with a time constraint. We have to be through by 4 o'clock. Hopefully by that time, the permanent secretary will be here to hand over the Liquor 6 Domino Tournament trophy to the winning pair. And those who will be participating, everybody will be participating. We are going to have something in store for you to know that you participated, so don't worry about it. This is an initiative spearheaded by 3 persons who, in light discussion, thought of how we can celebrate fathers in the Ministry of Labor and Social Security, hardworking fathers in the Ministry of Labor and Social Security. So I see some persons are refreshing themselves. Mr. Johnson, you're well refreshed, so you're good, sir? How have things been going so far?
Well, things are proceeding nicely so far. I think we'll get very good representation from all the parish and different departments. And it's a wonderful day, so fitting for Father's Day, for men to be out and having a good time. Very good initiative. The brainchild behind it, good job and thumbs up.
Thank you for that. So, one representative from each participating pair is doing the selection. because we are going to start the second round. We are going to start the second round. We're having our tournament at the St. Anne's Bay Parish Office, local office of the Ministry of Labour and Social Security. The manager, Pamela Scott, is here somewhere. I want to see if I can get a word in with Miss Scott. She's hosting us today. When she was asked whether or not she'll be able to accommodate us, without blinking or batting an eye, she said, yes, we can come down, we can use their compound today for the first initiative in the Ministry of Labour and Social Security pre-Father's Day Liquor Six tournament. So Miss Scott, if you see Miss Scott on the outside there, could you just ask her to step forward and just have a word with me, Miss Scott? Miss Scott, where is Miss Scott? I see Pauline Brown from North Street. She's having some refreshment there just now as well. So I think we have some other persons there. We are going to start the second round here now, the second set of 6. So each person is to come. Is Miss Scott out there? Pamela Scott, can I just have a word with you? Pamela Scott, I see her refreshing herself. But Miss Scott, can you just come here for 1 second, please, Miss Scott? Miss Scott? Pamela Scott, just come and share a word with me for 1 second, please. Before we start the second round, I just want Miss Scott to come and share a word with us as it relates to the tournament, the fact that she's hosting us. Under normal circumstances, she might not have so many representatives from all the other parishes, but Miss Scott is going to come and share with us. Mr. Green here from Clarendon. Mr. Green, you're also a manager, so tell us your views on what is happening here today.
Well, I'm here, not to lick a 6, but I'm licking my fingers. That is what I'm here. The parish office is being managed by the other persons who assisted me ably.
So you see, we have managers here participating in the tournament. It's not a tournament where we have only what you'd call line staff participating, but we have the managers participating. And now we have the beautiful Pamela Scott. She's the manager for the St. Anne local office. She's going to share with us a few words. I know she's hosting us, and we really appreciate the fact that she's hosting us. So, Ms. Scott, just tell us your views on what is happening today.
Good afternoon, everyone. Let me tell you thanks for coming and sharing with us in St. Anne. I'm sure you are appreciating the fact that even if it rains, you won't get wet. And it wasn't a problem for us to say yes when we heard of the initiative. We've had so many things here, and especially in this basement, where the accommodation is clean and perfect for just about anything. So we welcome you to see that you will enjoy the day, and I know that you will enjoy the food, because I see it going. I hear Claude's soup is going like hot soup. And Mr. Richard's Titan, jerk pork and jerk chicken, that is also being promoted here today. Anything else you want me to say, sir? And I should have corrected you. When you said St. Anne local office, there's nothing local about St. Anne. There is absolutely nothing local.
The St. Anne Parish Office.
About St. Anne.
There you go. Now your team is represented here. I think it's captained by.
My team is represented here, and we also have an extra.
Yes.
Just in case.
Just in case. Well, I can tell you your extra is actually participating.
Amen.
So I don't know exactly how you will fare, but we want to thank you for that. So I think we have now select. We are about ready now. I think we have one pair missing. One pair and one individual. Table 4. Lumley and Phillips. And I think there's that's table. We have the one pair missing. One pair. table one. I think table one, there's one pair missing. We would want it to be a walkover. One pair missing. I think they are coming here now. Yes, we are about ready to start. We are about ready to start, and once the final pair from table one once they have their seat, I think we'll be able to start. Mr. President, are there any changes in the rules? They are being given their scorecards. And I think it's a new set of scorecard. Mr. President, it's a new set of scorecard? Or you'd have same score? Okay, for the second set. So we're about ready to start here now. Remember, after you have completed the 6, we ask that any bottles, cups that you would have taken to the table, that you please put the bottles on the ground, if you don't mind. Put the soda bottle on the ground. But we ask that any bottles, cups, plates that you would have taken to the table while you are participating, we ask that you dispose of it in the receptacle that's on the outside. We have bags, we have garbage bins. We don't want to leave any unnecessary and unwanted trash around the place. So are you ready now, Mr. President? I think, hold on, you are saying that what? We have, okay. Remember, you go on the whistle. You go on the whistle. And we are still at first to 6. Remember, you go on the whistle. So play, shuffle and play. This is the extra pen? Oh, you got through. this? What is this? First to 6. The second round, Marcox. Is that so? Gary? Where I say? Where I say? 2 that? All right. And I hear side just miss it by what? The score of 1. One side score more, one the other. It was what? 5 love? And a man broke it? Or a peer broke it? Well, things are going. Okay, so we have 2 tables. 2 tables, first to 6. Done. We have a 3rd table. Next. All right. Okay. All right. Miss Elliott. Miss Elliott, Mr. Whittingham. All right. All right. So we have another. What? Things turn up now, man. Things get hot now. Things get hot now. So the scoring is taking place. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have what? 5 teams, 6 teams left. 6 teams left. So the scorers will be able to rank the teams based on how they would have finished a while ago. I think Mark and Gary, they would have won their 2 games. So they certainly will go through to the next round. Yes, another team celebrating over there as well. So we're getting there, we're getting there. At the end of this round, we'll be able to tell which teams are ahead, which teams will certainly make it through to the next round. And then we'll be able to create our ranking based on that. And then the finals will then start thereafter. Reminder that once you take in a bottle, a cup, a plate, we ask that you, upon leaving your table, that you take that item and you deposit it in the receptacle that's provided. We have a lot of bags around the place. We certainly want to minimize the work that the cleaners would have to do later on. And while you're at it as well, if you see a bottle somewhere, just take it up and put it in the receptacle that's provided. We want to thank you all for participating. Certainly this is a day that I know a number of persons who are not here and they are viewing us online, because I understand that the live streaming is going through the offices, and some persons have expressed some dissatisfaction, if you want to call it that, of not being able to make the trip. But there's always next year we'll put that Marlon Jonty is also out. So it looks like things are really happening for a number of the team. The representative from the Domino Association, they are keenly ensuring that all participants that they observe the rules that they have stated before, and that at the end of the tournament we can say everything was done fair and square. So we have a few tables left. Few tables left participating in their first to 6 second round, and we're going to see how things are going to work out after that. So enjoy the fun. Certainly if you have the time, ensure you get some of the soup. Claude's soup is going. Richard's chicken and pork and breadfruit is also going. I'm going to be speaking with them a little later on. But for now, we want to just enjoy what is happening here. And we see deep concentration happening at this table here. They seem to be enjoying themselves at the same time. So we have a few tables left. Trying to complete their 6 as well. Well, what is that, Mr. Green? Mr. Green is certainly doing some things there as well. So things are going well so far. We have just about completed the second round, and we'll be able to get the scores in a short order, and that will tell us exactly where we are in terms of the ranking and who will go forward. And remember, we are playing for the Ministry of Labor and Social Security's Liquor 6 Domino. It's our pre-Valentine's Day Domino. If you look, you'll see all the baskets that have been donated by our various sponsors. Carl's Manufacturing, certainly we have from Honeybun, and certainly, you know, we want to ensure that all the participants leave here with something today, if it's even a certificate. You know, when you sit so much red around it, sometimes you get confused. It is our pre-Father's Day, not Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is celebrated in February. So we're not because we see the red around it. We're talking about pre-Father's Day. Father's Day will be celebrated on Sunday the 19th. And certainly we want to wish all fathers in the Ministry of Labor and Social Security and those joining us live stream on YouTube, we want to wish you a happy Father's Day when it comes. So after we have completed this round, we will be able to get the rankings up and running so we'll know who will be where. And what we'll do, we'll just have a short intermission, probably about 20 minutes to half an hour, so you can refresh yourself, you can have lunch, and then we will come back for the final round. If needs be, it all depends on how the teams finish, because certainly it's 2 from 3, so if you had already completed your set, you have won both your games, then you certainly would have gone through. Mr. Matt, just come and talk to me and tell me what is happening with your team. How do things fare with you?
Well, I have a partner that is just a young youth, but I'm trying. Going on good.
All right. So you have been teaching. You have been teaching. So there it goes. That I was saying that certainly I was taking the St. Elizabeth team to be the champion team, but it looked like Mr. McDonald might not have been successful, and therefore may not be going on. But we are going to wait the official scoring from the team from the Domino Association. They will tell us exactly where we are with it. We have a few tables left. And remember that after the completion of this set, then we are going to break for about half an hour. We're going to have lunch. We're going to have lunch and then we'll come back. And if needs be, we'll end up with another round to ensure that we have the persons that will take us. So the finals that we're going to have, we have a time constraint of 4 o'clock. We have to be out of here by 4 o'clock. So we certainly want to ensure that we are able to complete by that time. Certainly we are hoping that our permanent secretary will be able to join us as well. If she will be handing over the trophy to the winning team, and we'll be handing out the medals as well. So continue to lick a 6, enjoy yourself. And remember, after this round, we are going to break for lunch. Thank you.
Cards are on the board.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. No. Yeah, 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 yeah. No one, none of that. Yeah. All right. All right. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right.
Huh?
Yo.
Thank you. Better luck next year. Team JPC also eliminated. And Team Shutters. Thank you very much for trying. So that means down to the round of 16 teams. I'll tell the names of the teams and the table they will play at. Starting with the team ranking at 16, you will play at table number 8. So table number 8, ranking at 16, Team SB. Team SB, table number 8. In 15th place, Team Heroes. Team Heroes in 15th place at table number 7. At table number 6, in 14th place, Hanover. In 13th, JB. 12, Dex Dave. 11, Clarendon Strikers. 10, NCSC. 9, Overseas. 8, Team Colors. 7, St. Anne. 6, Team Clearance. 5, National Council. 4, USH. 3, Fortis League. 2, 8 Balls. And the number 1 ranked team after 2 rounds of competition, Team Fortis. So, on table 1, Fortis versus SB. Table 2, 8 Balls versus Heroes. Table 3, Fortis League versus JB. Table 4, USH versus Dex Dave. Sorry, USH versus JB. So table 3, Fortis League versus Hanover. 3? Right? Table 3. JB, you are on table 4. Properly. JB, USH and JB, table 4. Table 4 is right here. Table 5, National Council versus Dex Dave. Table 5. Table 6, Clearance versus Clarendon Strikers. Table 6. Yeah. 5. Table 7, St. Anne versus NCSC. Table 7. Table 8, Colors versus Overseas. 8. Which team are you? Colors, table 8. St. Anne?
No, man, NCSC.
So you're there at table 7.
But table 4, the USH.
USH, 4 is right. 8. Overseas? Yeah, you put it on that table. And you are who?
Colors.
So where them on there? Who them? Where them is? What the team? What the team name? three.
We're in the top 20.
Yeah, but nobody knows. That's our. It can't be though. Marisha, 8 ball and heroes for their table dominoes. That's a table three?
Yes.
Table three is Sport, is League and JV. That's why I said to Marisha, the table number in the wrong. Hold on. What your team name?
Register.
Registry?
Yeah.
Registry drop out. By net rate.
Yeah?
By net rate. I'm gonna show you. You win, you lose 4-6 and you win 6-5. Right? So automatically you win 8 for this can, right?
We lose the first match, the second match. We lose them. How about God? When we win.
Hold on, I must see something. Where you in registry?
Yeah.
4-6 and then 6-5. So how it not carry to that page or with that? Carry no go with -4. Hold on there, man.
Alright.
Hold on. Peter, we have a bigger problem than that. Farming, I don't carry to the second page. What do you have? That's for registry -4. When you choose, registry should have -1. But I know what go on now. I know exactly how what go on.
And they mix up our names there.
What I'm saying is, all of that will have to change.
All of that for the board.
All of it will have to change. And the team them will have to change.
Yeah, that's the way. And they're not paying nothing, no. So when they
Yeah,
them,
that's what I'm
them,
telling you. So what the problem is?
you know, see, Sean,
Huh?
like our enjoyment, you know, make them play, man.
So actually never them to come out, and them to come out. They came shot at the ball, NCSC. Them to come out. And the board have to go right. Gentlemen, much apologies to the teams that have already set, but we realized that there was an error in one formula. And it actually threw off the entire thing. So I'm going to ask the players that are seated, please. So the teams that would have actually, based on the corrections, been eliminated would be Dex Dave, Shutters, 8 Balls, and NCSC. Those are the teams that would have been eliminated. What that means is, may I just tell you you're right at the same time. What that means is, at table 1 right here, should be Fortis playing against Hanover. So Hanover can just join Fortis right here, please. Again, my apologies. So the teams that would be eliminated, Dex Dave, Shutters, 8 Balls, and NCSC. Terribly sorry. So table 1, Fortis playing against Hanover. On table 2, second place Heroes playing against JPC. Table 2, Heroes versus JPC. Number 2 right here. Table 3, National Council against Riley. As I call the names, just adjust on the tables, please. Table 4, Overseas versus Osh. Again, table 4, Overseas versus Osh. Table 5, Fortis League versus Registry. Table 5, Fortis League versus Registry. Table 6, St. Anne versus Clearance. Again, 6, St. Anne versus Clearance. Table 7, Clarendon Strikers versus Colors. Clarendon Strikers, Colors, table 7. And on table 8, JB versus SB. So let's go again. Table 1, Fortis versus Hanover. Table 2, Heroes versus JPC. Table 3, National Council, Riley. Table 4, Overseas, Osh. Table 5, Fortis League, Registry. Table 6, St. Anne, Clearance. Table 7, Clarendon Strikers, Colors. And table 8, JBSB.
Okay, folks, okay. Remember, we play the whistle. Don't start shuffling. No shuffling as yet. Remember, we play the whistle. But just to remind you, listen carefully. Just to remind you that you play the whistle. Remember, you play the whistle. All right, so people, listen. Thank you. We completed the first round, and based on what happened, Andre, we realized that we now have a parish playing against the same representative. In other words, I think we have St. Anne and Clarendon. So St. Anne, all 4 representatives from St. Anne playing, is that correct, Mr. Captain? And where Clarendon is concerned, all 4 representatives from Clarendon. So it means that we are certain that St. Anne will have a representative in the next round, and Clarendon will have a representative in the next round. In terms of their pair, the question is which pair will succeed. This is the knockout round, and again, we are going to go to instructions. Remember, we are working with time. It is almost 3 o'clock, and we have to try and complete by 4. So we are going to hear the rules, and remember, we play the whistle. No observers inside, please, because we don't want any coding, we don't want any information sharing. So listen for the rules.
Gentlemen, congrats for making it this far. Well done. However, as Mr. Anderson would have said just now, we're playing to the time, right? Which means that players that have been playing very slow, we need to speed it up for this round so that we can get to 6 games, continue to the next round. Now, we do have the time to break in between rounds. What that means is, as soon as all tables have finished playing, we're setting again right away. So the winners, just be on standby, and we'll play according to the brackets straight into the next round. For the finals, we'll try to play to 10 games. Every other round before that, we'll continue to play to 6. All right? Let's play.
Imagine me S you this up. And the man play blank and me play two blank. The man kill me and I'm winning the game long time. But you won't follow the game, boss. The S man 2 times, you know. And the man S me back, man, to the game with 2 blank. Yeah, so we get virgin. You don't follow me to the game, man.
Yo.
Sure. You don't like them to cheat game there. You could cheat game, you're foolishness, man. You play the game for me and you get better.
Yo. Yo. Yeah. Yeah. So we have 2 tables complete. So we have what, 6 more tables on. Hopefully we'll complete pretty soon, and it's just going to be a quick turnaround. We have a tight tussle happening with Fortis and Hanover. Fortis and Hanover in a tight tussle here now. So I want to see who can make it through.